Hello guys, welcome to a little bit of not necessarily a tutorial, but just kind of a showcase. And hopefully this can give you some ideas of how to optimize getting Piglin trades in Minecraft 1.16. So yeah, let's get right into this. Right now I am on my own multiplayer server. Um, and this right here is my gold farm. It's not very efficient right now because I'm not in the AFK spot. It doubles as an XP farm, but I need to optimize the spawn rates for that. But yeah, let me just show you around a couple of things. So the first thing that you need in order to optimize Piglin trades is a lot of gold, and that's why I started off this episode right here, um, because I just thought I'd show you a little bit of techniques. This is a gold farm designed by Nenbon. You can use just about any design, but I recommend you build yours on the nether ceiling, and I recommend having as many spawn platforms as possible. This farm works really well. Let's zoom in. If I stand right here, you can see um, I'll start to get a steady flow of piglins coming in. Yeah, you can see those little particles down there. So there's just zombie piglins dying left and right. If I stand in this platform, this farm gets me about 4 stacks of gold blocks in one night, and that's a good 10 hours, just about. But just make sure you have yourself a good gold farm, or else your piglin trades won't be as optimal as you probably would prefer. Once you got that gold, I'll show you what you do with it next. Look at this little guy. He just stumbled into my base. Wrong place to go, sir. Wrong place to go. Alright, so let's say that you got yourself lots of gold, like I do here. I used a lot of it already, but this should serve our purpose. Um, so now we got ourselves a stack of gold. This will get us decently far. However, um, it's actually, you're going to want a lot more gold for this, which is why I already burnt through so much. The gold farms are really help. Let's grab ourselves some gold, and I'll show you just the kind of setup that you're going to want to have. So over here at the nether, you can see I just have what appears to be a pretty basic setup. I have 4 piglins that I've captured, and they're all inside of their own little capsules. And then down here, I have a sorting system. These are all the items that the piglins will trade in 1.16.1. In 1.16.2, these 2 items right here are actually going to change. This will the magma cream will actually end up becoming blackstone, and the glowstone dust will end up becoming spectral arrows. And there's also some new things that you might get, such as water bottles and things of the sort. But I digress. Let's just check out kind of what's going on behind the scenes here. So I have a gold input, and then this turns the entire farm on. So let me give you a tour before we test things out. So here we are behind the piglin farm. Each of these areas that has a redstone torch is actually where a piglin is standing. And this should help give you some ideas. I'm not very good at redstone, so this is not compact at all. But I'm sure there's plenty of designs. You want to have some kind of automatic method of trading with these piglins, because otherwise it's not very efficient at all. But I have 4 of them. 4 seems to do the trick for me. You might want more depending on how much items you need. However, so basically this will turn the farm on, and this just is a trail, and the redstone, it activates this, it activates the minecart up here, which the minecart will disperse the gold throughout these 4 droppers that are dropping the gold within reach of the piglins. And each of these, so this block is right above the piglin's head actually, and this, it will dispense a gold, and that's what all of this redstone, because it needs a startup sequence. So all this redstone is just a startup sequence, not very important, but once it's started up, there will be all this gold in here, And the second that it drops one, it will land on the pressure plate. The piglin will pick it up through this block, and then this torch will be off because there will have been an item on this pressure plate. And once the piglin picks it up, the torch turns back on, thus activating it again and creating a steady stream of gold right above the piglin's head, which causes max trading efficiency. And then this is just a simple dropper elevator. There's plenty of tutorials. In fact, I had to use one myself. But anything that goes in this chest is dispensed upwards to these hoppers into the hopper minecart that disperses all the gold to all the piglins evenly. So you know what? Let's just stop talking and show you the farm in action. So we have all of our guys. Let's just input some gold. You'll start to hear all these dropper sounds. You need a really fast dropper elevator, which means you can't really use a silent dropper elevator, unfortunately, or else it will just get clogged up with the pure amount of gold. Earlier this morning, I filled this entire chest with gold and traded, which if you didn't know, that's 6 stacks of gold blocks. And then once you think that there's enough gold up there, which there should be, it all went up. But if you fill the entire chest, you can probably just wait for 1 stack to go up, and then you can turn the farm on. But we activate it, and then the startup sequence will start up shortly. And you'll notice all these piglins have their gold. And then the second that they trade, they'll get another gold that's up in that area above their heads that I just showed you. You also notice that they're all standing on carpets. This is for 2 reasons. First, it makes it so that the items don't get stuck on the side of the hopper, and that the piglins also don't get stuck inside of the hopper that's right below the carpet. But also, if they're standing on top of this carpet, that's the only way for them to actually reach the gold that's right above their heads right there. So yeah, let's go down to the storage system and just check out how I'm doing this. It's actually pretty straightforward, but either side, because of how many items, this farm, if you have enough gold, will actually get you over 16,000 items an hour. It'll be a little bit less in 1.16.2, so make use of this while you can. The items will trickle down and through. This is a simple item storage circuit. It's pretty standard, actually. You can find this anywhere on the internet. And all of these hoppers that sort the items, there will always have to be 41 of each item that it's sorting. And then 5 or 4 slots of any random block. And yeah, so I just have all of these items being sorted through. Obsidian, crying obsidian, and then I have this last slot is actually dedicated for all the non-stackable items. You probably heard the droppers more or less are probably stopping clicking here pretty soon. They can trade through that gold pretty fast. They trade through about 3 stacks of gold blocks in about an hour if you have 4 of them like I do. And you'll notice some of these chests don't have much of it, and that's because I took a lot of it home. But after a long AFK session, you're going to end up with more than you could ever ask of certain items. Tons of glowstone dust, especially a ton of leather. Leather previously was kind of annoying to get. Iron nuggets, it's kind of a mini iron farm over about 6, or actually it was more like 9 stacks of gold blocks. I was able to construct 5 stacks of iron, which is not that good, but you're not really in it for the iron. You can make better iron farms than that. You're in it for everything else. You get these super cool decorative blocks. I made so many nether brick. So much of the fire charges, string is super useful, obsidian, crying obsidian, all this soul sand, all this gravel. You get free fire resistance potions, soul speed, you get soul speed boots, fire resistance potions, soul speed books, ender pearls. I actually end up burning most of the potions and most of the ender pearls and most of the boots. I'm mostly in it for the books, which we unfortunately didn't get any, but yeah, they burned through a stack of gold just that quickly. That's not very good demonstration, but you can get so much stuff. Automated gravel. You can make a crap ton of concrete with this. Yeah, but I just wanted to show you how OP this farm was. I'm sure you've already seen it, but just knowing some basic stuff like I do about redstone, you can actually make a farm of your own design that works at a maximum efficiency, and I highly recommend that you do this in your own world. Um, let's go back to my base here real quick, and I'll show you some of the yields that I brought back to my base. The first thing you'll notice in this nether chest, crap tons of soul sand that I brought home, some nether brick, but that's not even the most of the nether brick. Most of the nether brick is here, because I already crafted it into blocks. All this crying obsidian, which is a lovely looking block in my opinion. Look at this thing. It is so beautiful. Um, and then all this quartz I crafted from the quartz that you get. Um, you get all this glowstone from the glowstone dust, but that's only in this update. So you guys got to take advantage of this really quickly if you want to cash out on the glowstone. All this regular obsidian, um, you're just going to get massive amounts of everything. Your iron, um, gravel that I brought home. Uh, it's just a whole bunch of stuff. And it's really useful. It comes in handy for, especially for builders. I'd say is the main people this attracts. Um, and then in this next update, we're gonna get spectral arrows autonomously, which will be really fun to be able to have as many spectral arrows as you could ever want. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And let me know if you want any more breakdowns of certain things in Minecraft. Uh, I can I can just keep making small videos like this. I think it's a pretty fun idea. But yeah, that's about it for now. I'll see you again in the future. Bye bye.